Hello and welcome to West Prairie football here at Galva. And as well, everybody else can pretty much figure out we have to come in here in progress. It's going to be a long and two. It's about 2:30 remaining left in the second quarter. 14-6. West Prairie is up, loses fumble at the 50. Let us know in our chat if we have any more issues. I'm expecting every more issue that can happen. I'm thinking lightning's going to strike us 3 times. It's probably already hit us twice, and I haven't even paid attention yet.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
We've had a heck of a time trying to get down here to move out from car issues to, well, almost hit a deer. Everything that can go wrong should go wrong, and that includes us realizing it started at 6 instead of 7 when we were already late.
Yeah, I've never seen a 6 o'clock football game on a Friday night.
No, I looked at the schedule and even made sure that I knew that, and totally even forgot this morning as I woke up to do classes. It's going to be tipped off and incomplete pass, so 2nd and 10. Once again, 14-6 here, 2:20 left in this first half. I do apologize as much as I can to you guys, and I'd like to thank everybody that is in our chat, has been able to talk to everybody here to that has been able to say the score. I'm out of breath. We set up and got started in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the soonest I've ever done. 2nd and 10 going to be set in formation. Look like 2-man in full in shotgun. Going to have 2 men out. That lets them have multiple motion men as they'll roll out, look to pass. Going around to the right side, but right there to get the pick. I believe that it was Owen Rigg. Let's see. Indeed, Owen Rigg had the great game last week. 3 touchdowns on the day for him. Also great on defense, as you can just see on that interception. Also around, I do believe Carter hits right there for the sack as Galva lets that one loose. 14-6 now, 2:13 remaining here in this first half, as Cyclones will get the ball at around the 47-yard line.
That's not your everyday interception. You don't see it too much. Like about 5 yards from the quarterback.
Especially 5 yards from the quarterback, trying to get rid of it on what he thinks is going to be a sack. Probably should have just let it loose and took the sack. Motion man in. He's going to look to pass, but getting around. Nope, it's going to be more of a run as Barkley gets up around 5 yards and in for the 2nd and 5 as we reach the, would-be 2-minute warning if we're in NFL. Ball on the 43-yard line. 2nd and, we'll give him 6.
Starting to get cold. Starting to feel like football season again.
I totally forgot all my sweatshirts in the car. I'm going to say it 17 times today, guys, but I do apologize for trying to get this game as much as I can here for you. Barkley looks to pass. Lets that one fire. That's going to be picked up by Denver Mitchell. He's going to get the first and a couple more, but stopped down.
Little midfield pass action. And they'll get on the first down as well. Ball on the 35.
That day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Back here on.
All right, welcome back here.
There we go. Looks like we are back, connected, finally with some internet. Once again, I do apologize, folks. We're trying the best as we can. Finally got it all together. 20-6 on the catch by Denver Mitchell. Multiple TDs now for Ashton Barkley. Nice jump as that's going to go in. Looked like it might have almost gotten blocked, but that will go in for Jensen Laughlin. 21-6 your score here with 1:07 remaining.
That was a close one. Almost got blocked just over the crossbar.
barely just over. So 21-6, Cyclones up now. Looks like we're going to at least hold steady for now with the internet. I'm praying to God that everything finally works out and we can get this second half working for you folks. I do apologize, and I'd like to thank everybody that, with our issues, I can't really tell in our chat while I'm driving what's going on, but whoever is here was able to talk into our chat, let everybody else know at home the score, and well, we'll be figured it out for next week, I hope. Set to kick off, Jensen Laughlin up there once again here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Brought to you by the Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar at the Sports Corner at 124, with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time Live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Long kick once again for Laughlin. It's going to get right towards the 2-3 yard line as he's going to run up and get tackled down around the 21. So a decent return after that long kick by Laughlin.
Got a little hung up on a little shirt grab going on there.
He had the speed to come through. He was looking right through that pile, looking to find any type of hole he could. Got down at the 20. They'll give it to the 22. A little forward progress just for the sake of it. So back onto offense. Jackson Meyer set to run quarterback. Back into formation. That's kind of an odd formation. You never really see something out like that when they're going to, switch it around. Going to go 4 wide now. We've seen kind of this set out of the Cyclones before. Motion man, it's going to be a low snap. He's going to look to pass. Lets that one fire down the line, but couldn't get a handle on it. Blake Stow was intended receiver as he had a wide open lane if he could have got it just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, just barely overthrew him, honestly.
Good coverage down there on the backside, I do believe. Would have been, Barkley's on this side, so it's probably either Laughlin or Xavier Hilton. Xavier Hilton into the game this week. Do believe last week he was hurt. Another motion man as this one works a little bit better. They'll go pretty much the same play, but launches out wide. Right there, Aiden Akers able to handle it. Too much on the pass by Meyer, intended for Carter DeVenny. So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 51 seconds remaining here in this first half. 21-6 your score. Cyclones up. From what we've seen, just been a pretty good game offensively for the Cyclones. Have been able to break off some massive long plays. Back into motion. This one going to go straight for DeVenny. But it's going to be almost swallowed up. Runs through about 3 other players. Finally tackled down. As they'll take a timeout here. 4th and about 4.
That's not a common play you see, especially in high school football.
That motion
Snap
man.
directly to the motion man.
It can work, however, some over to the far side like a jet sweep, trying to get everybody out of the box. So with that, we'll take a quick timeout here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as it is 21-6, 42 seconds remaining. Cyclones up.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need and see a physician when they need it. We want them to be headed towards the road of recovery when they leave here. I feel like we have nurses that care so much. We're more than a team. It's a family, and we want what's best for the patient.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. He's going to bumble that pass for a good 2.5 seconds. He's going to fire that one up. Barkley right there. He'll pick it off. He was out of bounds, but it's still 4th down, so really it would have been better if he would have let that fall. Incomplete. as the Cyclones will get the ball at the 27-yard line with 35 seconds remaining here in this first half.
I mean, that's great field position. 1st and 10, turnover on downs. Great field. I mean, Cyclones don't have all that far to go, do they?
27 yards, if you want to do some math. You military folk, I don't think you really want to do some math. As we get set here, 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. Barkley probably going to look to, with 35 seconds left, probably a quick pass over towards the corner or hand it off to Jensen Laughlin off tackle. Get some nice movement, maybe out towards the sideline.
Barkley's been, for the keeper, has been doing pretty well for himself, well for his team.
Motion man, it will be a keeper out to that far side. A wide open pass picked up. Xavier Hilton, he'll get over in, he'll take it inside. We'll see. Cyclones do have one more timeout, and Coach McCormick will take that one out. Nice enough of the Galva folk to have the timeouts there right next to him. 1st down, 27 seconds remaining on that catch by Xavier Hilton, as Coach McCormick will take a timeout to talk over this next couple of plays. We'll get everything together, hopefully perfect for this second half here at TSSR Game Time Live.
I mean, setting up that internet connection isn't exact science.
Well, that's kind of why I roll with 3 different options at this point. That's one thing that we have learned doing these throughout the years is some places you have good internet on a Verizon hookup, but sometimes on the U.S. Cellular you get nothing. So you move around, have at least 2 phones with you and an internet hotspot, and we'll get set here.
I'm looking at a cell phone tower right now.
Yep. And you know what? I bet it's a Sprint.
That very well could be.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MBH, is brought to you by M&B Furniture. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop in and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them at Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mbfurniture.inc.com. And that one is in for the Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown. Another one for Ashton Barkley. I do believe that is Denver Mitchell on the corner. Yes, indeed, number 11. Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown makes it 27-6. 21 seconds remaining here in this first half, and Cyclones having a great game.
You know, for a second there, I wasn't even sure if the play had started. It didn't look like anyone was moving.
Well, you had Mitchell right out there. I don't know if that was a blown coverage or somebody wasn't paying attention to the flats, but he was right on that corner of the end zone, perfectly wide open. Laughlin kicks that one up, and it is good. 28-6 your score. It's nice enough to have a scoreboard right there to take a look. We will have our scoreboard up and running as soon as possible here for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I haven't been able to sit down and actually figure it out and put the new license in. As Wayne knows, I was up at 6 o'clock to get some homework done before my morning class. Got my morning classes done with, ran over to my other job to finish that up for a little bit, came back over to here to pick you guys up and drive all the way to Galva. And that's pretty much all I've done for the past 4 weeks is drive around.
Yeah, it's been a pretty busy couple of weeks for this crew here.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
I don't know really what happened there. It's like we just lost everything. Okay. Add that one to the new things that I didn't know could happen. 28-6, 13 seconds remaining here. The flag's on the play. We'll figure out what happened there on the kickoff. Oh, my gosh. I figured it out. The mouse that we use has little buttons on the side that if I hit it will go to an ad. So I do apologize. Guys, we're trying our best. 28-6, 13.4 seconds remaining. They'll just kneel this down and take us to halftime here at TSSR Game Time Live. 28-6, Cyclones up. Guys, we'll take a quick break for halftime and come back. I'd like to thank you all for sticking with us here. We got 30 people watching, which is, a lot more than I thought we would have at this situation. We do apologize for everything that's gone wrong. Wait, first game. This is the first game in a good long while we've had that. A lot of stuff has just been bad.
Yeah, I mean, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
However, we've got a good game going on right now, 28-6. Going to have a great second half. I can already feel it. As I've seen already some great plays by Denver Mitchell. Had some really good play down on the sideline by Carter Hitz and Owen Rick that set up that interception. So we'll take a quick break. Be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome back here. I'm with Dr. Ed Card from MDH. And Dr. Card, you're a face that a lot of people throughout Macomb. I've worked in Macomb and media for a long time, so I've heard your name, seen advertisements with your name and picture in it for, we're not going to talk about how long, but it's been a while, okay? You're quote-unquote retiring, sort of, but you're the chief medical officer still.
True. I am no longer doing surgery. I'm no longer doing clinical medicine. I have two very good partners coming in who are going to be taking over the clinical side of things. And I want to be there for them to help them with the transition into private practice and so just provide some support. They don't need a whole lot of support, but for what they do need, I want to be there. And then I'm transitioning into full-time administrative position as the chief medical officer, which puts me in charge of the quality program, the patient safety program, and the med staff office, as well as utilization management. And those are all areas that we've been working on in the past. And I've been chief medical officer for 2 years, but now I can devote a lot more time, a lot more energy to improving those programs, and by extension then improving the quality and safety of care at our hospital.
I feel like that seeing you, as many years as you put in at MDH, and being willing and able to stick around after you're done doing surgery, you're done doing your clinical hours, you're willing to stay here. To me, that must mean that you feel like MDH is on the right track and doing things the way you want it to be done, right?
I thoroughly believe that. I think we're in a better place now, clinically, administratively, and with the new surgeons. I think we're in a better place than we've been in all the time that I've been here. And while we've tried not to mention it, it's only been 38 years.
So you have a few things up your sleeve that you can, the new guys and girls and whoever might come after you while you're still here, you've got a few tricks you can probably teach them, right?
You pick up a couple of things in that long period of time of doing surgery. And when I started, I did a lot of vascular surgery, but most of that now is done by cardiology and radiology. So that has sort of faded, but we're doing a lot more laparoscopic things. Dr. Peck is actually trained in laparoscopy, took a fellowship. Dr. White is very, very good, and I think the two of them together, both women, but I think that they're going to be incredible. I really think they're going to be very, very good. And the strengths of one balance off the other areas for the other. It's really a very nice synergistic pairing of those two who are both very, very good.
And I would imagine that your license obviously is still going to be valid, so if it gets into a pinch and they call Dr. Card and say, hey, we need something right now, you're probably still here and able to do that?
I've been known to answer that. I'm still around and available if there are questions or problems or things, people need an extra pair of hands in the operating room or run into something they haven't seen before. I'm still going to be around for that, and in fact, helped with an operation this morning. So I think that's going to be a nice transition for me, because I don't have to just stop being in the operating room, and hopefully helpful for Dr. Peck and Dr. White as well.
I would imagine after 38 years, just stopping something would be like stopping cigarettes, right? It'd be really hard to do.
Oh, no.
No? Oh.
It's not being on call is pretty okay. I'm enjoying that. So that is not a difficult transition at all. Came to town when I was 29 years old and have been doing surgery here all that time. And you sort of go through phases. There's the scared phase when you're first starting. Then there's the I can't believe how exciting and fun this is. And I've moved into the third phase, which is this really is work. So I think it's time for me to move to other things, and certainly not compete for patients with our two new surgeons.
Well, I can speak for most of the people, I think, in Macomb and McDonough County. We're happy you're still around. Thank you for everything you've done through the years. I think that you've probably become a Macomb homie after spending over half your life here anyway, right?
Pretty close. I still can't trace back people's ancestry 3 generations like everybody else in town can. So I'm not a true Macombite yet. But the other side of that is that the community has been incredibly kind to me through the course of my career, entrusting me with their care and with their health. And I'm very grateful to the community for that as well. It's not been a one-way street at all.
Well, I'm Dwayne Hulett. This has been Dr. Ed Card. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with some more sports right after this.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Welcome back here to halftime here. 12 minutes on the clock left in halftime. 28-6 your score. Cyclones up. Already multiple TDs for Ashton Barkley. Already on the game, having a great game like always, as he's able to use around that, mobile ability to get around. Had a couple of nice blitzes on the defense for Galva. Galva's defense is trying to help him as best they can, but with some of these big plays that Cyclones have been able to put up with, they haven't been able to get much of anything.
No, not at all. Barkley's been really high on his toes, just agile across the field, breaking tackles, and there's not much you could do about it. Like if you break through on the defense and he just gets rid of your tackle. I mean,
11 minutes here, we have the Galva band. Like to let me switch it over here. Like to shout out Ronna Cole for helping us out, able to give us scores here. Trying our best with the situation we had in the first half. Second half will be fine. It was going to be the greatest game we've ever done in the second half. As she'd like to shout out Jesse Johnson. Johnson already had a couple of good plays. He's mostly used as more of a distraction on that motion man because he does have that great catching ability as well as Denver Mitchell, who has the touchdown onto that far side. And for defensively, Carter hits all over the map for him, as you could see. Well, we could see as much as we could. All over the map, running around. He's been a nuisance for offenses all year. He's really been able to shine these past couple of games. Owen Rigg with the interception. He's a great side on that contained man, especially on the left, where he's really able to stop and look and just figure out exactly where that play's coming through. He doesn't get too far upfield, which as a linebacker and as a lineman, you know, it's the worst thing you can do is get too far upfield on a blitz. But man, is it so hard to stop yourself from doing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, trying to keep contained, you know you have to do it, and then you see the situation in front of you, and you decide you just got to go for it, and that's when the defense breaks down.
Everybody just does their part, you know. As much as we heard growing up my entire life, you're a lineman, your name will only be said when you've done something bad, so just get used to that. You know, everybody wants to go through and bust through the line and get a sack before anything happens, or take out that ball carrier 5 yards behind the line, and sometimes it's better just to clog the line and let everybody else clean up at the line of scrimmage, get 1 or 2 instead of you opening that wide hole and losing 20.
Right, exactly. I mean, if there's no hole to go through down the middle, you have to take it outside. And if you don't take it outside, you're down on the spot. You're probably making little to no progress. And but if you take it outside, then you got the rest of the linebackers who didn't blitz in, didn't fill a gap. You have the DBs that know you're no longer passing. They're all coming at you now.
That's one great thing that the Cyclones do have is a great DB core. Have Ashton Barkley out there, safety, Jensen Laughlin and Xavier Hilton been able to move around on the cornerback side. Able to just kind of swallow up. It is 8-man, so you do have a lot more cutback lanes, less blockers out there. Less people to really clog up lanes, as you got to be pretty much on spot around. It's kind of a really hard job. I can imagine trying to do that out there. You know, kudos to anybody that's able to keep their feet, know exactly where their flats are or where their zones are on a zone, and able to keep on moving around when they see anything happening around.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I played linebacker, and I was always the worst at pass coverage. Probably should have been defensive line. And, you know, once you've blown that pass coverage,
you can't go back.
You're coming off the field.
And that's one thing that we don't really see much is many blown coverages from this Cyclones team. If anything, they kind of stay back a little bit. However, I'd rather stay back and, you know, gain a 10 instead of a 30-yard touchdown. Offensively for the Cyclones, what they really need to do is just keep on plugging the way they have been. We weren't here at that first drive. Their first drive, they normally come in I formation, 2-man tight, maybe 1 out just to keep the defense on the way. We've got a little movement out there as down goes the saxophone player on the corner. It's a little slippery out there. Once this sun goes down and the temperatures drop, the dew out there gets real fun.
Oh,
to
yeah.
play.
I'm absolutely sure it's a little bit slick out there. I don't blame them. They're wearing dress shoes.
Oh, I'll never forget our freshman year homecoming game for Bushnell. Last time that Bushnell did play up at Hanson Field for WIU for homecoming, it was maybe 10 degrees outside, and I, as a freshman, had to dress. So I'm sitting there with a sweatshirt and a long sleeve shirt underneath my pads, freezing, and then I had to come out and play trumpet, and felt like I'm in the middle of a Christmas story. I thought my lips were going to be frozen to the trumpet. After I was done, we ran into the bathroom, me and another guy that we were playing with, turned the hot water on as hot as we could and just sat there and rubbing our arms to get feeling back before we went back out there. It's getting about that time around the cold coming in as we are, day from October.
Cold football games. I mean, you might excuse me. Those games, way more stingers. Fingers are going to get jammed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to call them the worst, but I'd much rather play in the heat than cold.
It's really one of those hard things because when you play in the heat, you're going to get completely way more tired.
Right.
At least for me, you're going to get way more tired. You're going to see more mistakes. You're going to get sloppy. cold, I do believe I keep a little bit more of a headspace going in. I'm locked in. However, every single time you get set up to that line, you know you're going to have to click with that guy next to you, and you just go, oh, man, it's going to be cold. He's wearing metal and plastic, so I'm just going to be freezing. However, is working so far for the Cyclones as they come back onto the field, as does Galva and the Wildcats. 5 minutes or so left here in halftime. As we like to say, that TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by Barkley Bills Co., a hat brand built on two staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker-style hats. Check out the selection or consider customs to build your business at barkleybillsco.com. Use code TSSR through Friday for 15% off. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more. barkleybillsco.com, wishing good luck to all athletes this season. And brought to you by The Watering Hole. The Watering Hole in downtown Augusta is open. Stop in for a cold drink Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. to 1 a.m. with happy hour 4 to 6. Then Saturday, 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. with Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Watering Hole says good luck, area teams. Also brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide athletic trainers with the expert help to area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And finally brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, camera, and phone systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas and is expanding quickly. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Every time I read some of those ads, just at least 2 or 3 words have been switched around from last year on the update, and it trips me up every single time.
Yep, that'll do it. It's the small changes that'll just completely mess you up.
4 minutes left here in this halftime. I did notice there on that scoreboard, I do believe they set up, instead of 15, a 20-minute halftime with no break, added on time like normal. Normally you get that 15-minute halftime, come out at 3 minutes on the clock to stretch. They'll just go 20 minutes and go.
I don't know which I like better. As a player, I thought it was always weird coming back out onto the field. You'd see the timer tick down, and, well, here we go. And then you realize for that split second that, oh, wait, we have 3 more minutes.
Set up on the line. Both teams in a circle-like formation. That's the last game that we did out there at Macomb. You guys were both on the camera, Wayne and Diego up on the camera. I did it with Tegan, who normally helps out with the Macomb games. And we were mentioning the different styles of dynamic stretching that these teams use. Every single team seems to have just something a little bit different when they stretch out.
And sometimes I think they change it up every game. Because I think I've seen the Cyclones stretching circles, stretching lines.
Well, really, it probably would also help changing when it comes to the temperature change. You'd probably want to be stretching out a lot more now than you would be in the heat.
Definitely.
Cramps will be happening more in the heat. That's always happens. However, I do believe in the cold. Coming out of that halftime, you need to get yourself warmed back up, get moving. I do know that when we were playing for Bushnell, we'd start out with a couple of just 10-yard sprints, just a couple of them just to get moving. Then we'd go into kind of a more walking style, stand on the sideline and walk across type of stretch out,
Yeah, I think it's important to get that warm-up sprint going. That way you're not stretching out cold. It's probably the worst thing you can do.
2 minutes on the clock here. Haven't been out to a Galva game. We have technically TSSR Game Time Live has been, as we did have a Bushnell game here earlier this year as they played the Galva Wildcats. Kind of a nice setup they have out here with a good grandstand, nice walkway around the entire track, as you do have the opposing team, a couple of smaller grandstands out there for opposing fan members. Like to see as many West Prairie fans come as much as they can, as we thank everybody who did come and check in on our stream, able to type that into the chat, so when we did get here, we could kind of keep up. 1:20 remaining 28-6. 28-6. For the Cyclones, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by MDH. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. As we'll take a quick break and be back here for half number 2 at Galva High School. Cyclones up 28-6.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
Like a huge weight lifted.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
And welcome back here for half number 2 here at Galva High School. Galva will be kicking off towards the Cyclones. 28-3 here.
28-6.
28-6. You know, if I say it wrong enough a couple of times, it'll turn right.
I don't think the score is
think
going to go down.
However, hey, you never know. You never know. There's always room for something new.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of that, starting the second half at 28-6, Cyclones up. Anything can happen in the second half.
Set to kick will be a quarterback in Jackson Meyer, the senior. A little bit of a fake as they got a fall on it. There we go. We'll pick it up at the 41, and that was a little bit of trickery. I wondered why their personal protector was kind of standing backwards. He'll turn around for the squib, but kicks it a little bit too hard. Hits right in front, and they'll fall on it. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. Ball on the 48-yard line.
I mean, they got me with the fake.
Well, you're not a hard person to trick. I tricked you into announcing games with me all year. So
that's true. Now,
this is what I was talking about. Back in that I formation, going to use this a little bit more. Hands it off. A little bit of a flip to Jensen Laughlin as he'll get across the 50-yard line. They'll roll clock.
I do like how the Cyclones are, but when somebody comes up and tries to get them, they give a little pushback. They're not going down without a fight.
Use that as a great tool. The best thing that they do, and especially these fullbacks, Aiden Akers and Owen Rigg and Xavier Hilton when he gets in as well. They always pump their legs when they come to contact. No matter what, if you hit them, they're going to get at least 2 more yards on you. As long as you keep pumping those legs, you will be fine.
Can't
One man out. They'll hand the ball off this time to Jensen Laughlin up the front. He's going to move around, get tackled down, gets a gain of 4. Makes it a 3rd and 2. That time kind of a little bit of a counter look. Ball on the 34. 10:48 remaining. Barkley comes out. Back into the I formation. Sets a hand off. This one will go towards Laughlin. And he'll fight his way across to the 40-yard line and in for the first down. As they move the chains for the first down. 10:28 remaining. 28-6 here in this third quarter. Cyclones getting a nice push from that line up front as they keep moving forward.
Ball straight smack on the 40.
That makes things easier doing math there for you.
Yep.
1st and 10, I formation. Hands the ball off to Laughlin once again. He gets a nice hole. He finds his way out to the sideline. moves across, cuts across, and gets in for the first down. Nice run of about 11 as we cross the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, he just went in there like a bullet, didn't he?
Found the open hole, runs with his eyes up, able to move around, shifty on the run too. One great thing about Jensen Laughlin, that's why he's used a lot on those jet sweeps, anything really running outside. He's the first go-to man because he's able to find just a little bit of off balance on the opposing team and able to juke out and move. Fullback handoff, he's going to chug ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Pump the legs, keep on moving, and everything will be fine. Looks like ball is out. We'll see what they're talking about. Maybe that will be out. Maybe he will be down. We'll see. Make a decision. Make a full decision.
That's a
white hat. White hat. Make a decision.
Hard call.
They'll say he was down indeed. So first down for the Cyclones. Move the chains once again. Great run.
Yeah, I mean, he was dragging about 1.5 players behind him.
At least 2 or 3.
I might have saw 5.
I do believe that might have been Carter Hitz even. I don't know. It was a 40-something, but he didn't turn his head, so I can't see. On the move. Nice block, but can't do anything as it gets moved across. Man, over on that side. Talk about the fullback. 40, Brigham Gray. Brigham Gray able to utilize that up front. Gets the nice chug. As you can see, he blocked. That was number 1, Meyer, on the corner. And both of them just kind of locked up, moving across. At first, I was like, come on, guys. Don't be too chippy out there. Let's start out the second half. And the way that he was talking, I think his helmet might have gotten stuck inside his shoulder pad.
Oh, yeah, that is. It's those weird equipment.
It's just the weird things is you have no idea what to do as a player because you can't exactly say what's going on. First and 10 is going to be screen passes. It's going to be a forward pass. Good job there to make sure it's forward. Mitchell can't get a hold of it. Second and 10.
Looked like it went right between his arms. Looked like he was making a basketball hoop.
8:35 remaining. They'll get set for the next play. Ball on the 20, second and 10. Third and 10, excuse me. Wait a second. Okay. They'll hand the ball off up front. It's going to be Laughlin. He's got an entire host of players, but he just able to get across. So he'll get to about the 5-yard line. That's what we're talking about when he's able to move upfield, keep your eyes above your head, and just keep on moving. Well, your head above your feet is what I meant to say. Keep your eyes up. You know, eyes, you can't really keep them above your head. Kind of inside there, so. 8:20 remaining here. First and goal for the Cyclones. 2-man out wide, shotgun formation. Sends man in motion. It's going to be Jesse Johnson. They'll keep it. Nice block on the side. That was Mikey Kitch. And in for the Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown. Barkley gets another one on the day. Makes it a 34-6 game with 8:05 remaining in this third quarter.
See, what'll do it for you is when you run 3 similar plays right in a row, each of them different. You don't really know where to look as the defense. You don't know if it's going to go same play again. Sometimes when you just keep continuously running the play, they're going to.
Nice jump. It's going to be offsides, however. 34-6, as that's going to move it up just a little bit. Give Jensen another chance at it. Did look like he was going to have a perfect kick on there once again, as he's been pretty much automatic on most of these later games. First game that we did up in Freeport missed a few, but finished it off in a great way on that field goal to end it on overtime. 34-6, making it 35, hopefully.
Ooh.
That one looked like it did get hit, but it will be in. 35-6, your score here. Cyclones up over the Wildcats of Galva. We'll take a timeout and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Westbury Southeastern still up, 35-6. Big kick. That one going to be right in front at the 5-yard line. Picked up. He's going to find the sideline, but he's going to also find the Cyclones at the 25-yard line. First and 10, as it was. I'm looking at the wrong team. Carter Deviney on the run. 35-6, 8 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. I do believe we are 1 point away from a running clock. I believe it is 30 is the, second half, 30 points is the mercy rule.
I think you'd be correct on that.
See, they always bring both men in tight and then move out and towards that little side formation. They pass out of it a lot. Long ball. And Aiden Akers right there knew he didn't have a chance to go around, turn around, and grab it. So he held his hand up and just kept on moving, just hoping that do it. And you know what? It did. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you can do.
Mm-hmm. It's one thing as a DB, I'd never be able to do it. I'd never be able to do it. Making decisions on the run, whether I should throw it, swat it down, go for a pick, just try to defend, all those type of decisions in your head. That's why lineman was so much better. Hit the fat guy out of the way.
That sure will do it.
2nd and 10. Meyer in shotgun. Send a man in motion. It will be another direct snap over to the 25, 30-yard line. Oh, we got somebody pushing over there. Throw that flag, ref. That was a dumb decision on that Galva bench. A tackle out of the end zone, sideline. It's kind of one of those things that you think you will push off and just stop, but when you kind of have that tackle and you get that momentum in.
Yeah, I mean.
We'll see what the call is, but that's definitely going to be at least 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's something you never want to see.
Personal foul on the Wildcats.
When it gets into the sideline like that, you can't hold personal grudges, team grudges.
Frustrations go high. I do understand it.
Exactly.
As they'll talk a little bit more. There'll be the ball, so we'll be able to set back up. They'll walk back 15 yards. So they'll shoot themselves in the foot and get set for the long 3rd down try.
It's those avoidable penalties that'll set you back too
far.
And
especially in a game when you're already down almost 30 here, 29, as it is 35-6. Trying to claw yourself back in the second half, this is exactly the way not to do it.
Yeah. Not a great start.
3rd and long. They are a passing team, however, so this is very manageable, to be honest.
There's still a long football game to be played.
7:42 remaining in this third quarter. Look for the roll around pass. Or they'll go same play again, bobbles the snap, turns it around, and
nowhere to go.
They'll throw another flag. Mikey Kitch on the tackle. We'll see what that one's on. If it's anything holding or anything like that, I do believe Coach McCormick will probably just let that go. But might have been up into the face mask. We'll see.
That's what I was thinking.
As looking around at the helmet coming off of the bench, that is Carter Deviney on the run. It will be a face mask. So move the players up, but it will be 4th down. Only 5-yard accidental, really, face mask. 35-6, 7:30 remaining here in this third quarter. It's going to be, well, it should be 4th and long. I don't know why that guy says it's not, but we'll see.
Ball on the Wildcats' own 15.
They're going to go under center for 4th down. It's going to be a screen. He's going to miss it, but it was not a forward pass. They'll count it as a backwards pass, so can't get a hold of it. Cyclones will get even more yardage. They're down there at about the 7-yard line, and a great way to start this one out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be very careful when throwing screen passes, not throw that ball behind you at all.
They'll confer to make sure they'll call it. They will say incomplete pass, however.
Oh.
So overruled. However, it still will be Cyclone ball, as that was 4th down. At least it should be. There you go, ref. A lot of confusion happening down there. 35-6, 7:11 remaining here in this third quarter. That's Cyclone ball. It should be Cyclone ball. It's incomplete pass.
It was 4th down.
What are they doing, guys? What are they doing?
I think they're giving the down marker man the business.
I think so, too. We'll see. All right. We'll see what they're doing. Looks like now will be the 4th down. I do believe they're going to count the not a loss down on the face mask, and that's what the down marker guy screwed up on. He still had it 3 instead of 4th down. In any case, they'll punt this one off. High punt, going to drop down around the 42-yard line. It's going to touch him. It's muffed. Pick it up, kids. What are you doing? Pick it up. Cyclones pick it up at the 30-yard line.
That was quite the hang time.
Comedy of errors on the field right now.
I didn't know the second half was going to be confusing. I didn't know I was going to have to solve a puzzle up here.
Well, you're Army. You're better than that. You can solve a puzzle.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so Cyclone ball. We'll get back into our normally scheduled football program. 35-6, 6:52 remaining in this third quarter. What a game so far, guys. What a game. I formation. They'll set this one up. Hand it off to the fullback, Gray, as he gets a nice gain. Gets about to the 25-yard line, down to the 24. Long run, 2nd and short. Now, Gray is one player that they haven't been using much this year. However, now that he is in there, he's being able to show he's got the running prowess.
I mean, I thought that was Laughlin running the ball there for a second.
You confused that with Laughlin?
Well, the running style, yes.
I was going to say, let's look down here. The 5'10", 195 of Brigham Gray to Jensen Laughlin's 5'9", 150. That one handed off to Laughlin, but it's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of a decent amount, maybe 3 or 4. So 3rd and mid-range, 6 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. 3rd and 4. Third and 4, 5:48 remaining. At this point, coach probably going to let it clock start to chew a little bit. Don't need to rush everything. As multiple substitutions coming in. 2-man wide, Denver Mitchell and Jesse Johnson. Jesse going to look to send in motion. They'll hand it off to him. He'll get through the first man, but can't get through the second. Nice contained defense by Galva to watch out for that jet sweep. So it'll be a 4th and 4. No gain on the play. 5:09. 35-6 your score. Fourth down, you haven't seen any type of passing since that Denver Mitchell touchdown. Might see a little quick one here because those flats seem to be mostly open when they throw. Same formation. 2-man out, 1-man in. No motion this time. It's going to be a quick pass. That one to Mitchell, and he's right there. He just needs to get a couple of more yards, and he does. Gets to about the 20-yard line. And that will be a first down, Cyclones.
Yeah, I don't think you could have guessed that one better. You said the exact play they were about to run.
Wasn't expecting screen pass, but that would have worked, and you can tell they went a little slower on that pass as Barkley looked, and Denver both sat and made sure they were forward pass. We don't need any more confusion over on that type of play. Man in motion this time. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Jensen Laughlin gets a nice gain. Tackled down by Carter Devaney. Carter Devaney been everywhere on the defense, on the offense, on special teams. Great game for him so far this game.
I mean, he might as well be the grass because he's all over the field.
35-6, just underneath 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. How many times did you practice that in the car? At least 7.
0%. I was taking a nap. I thought of that just now.
It was fun when I went to say something and I looked at everybody in the car was asleep instead of me. Looking for another motion. Hand it off to Jensen Laughlin. He finds the outside. Oh, and Barkley showing off right there. He knew it was a touchdown before he even passed the 5-yard line. Tom Klunk on State Farm, full touchdown for the Cyclones. Another one for Jensen Laughlin on the year. 41-6 your score. Going to look to kick it in for the PAT. 3:28 remaining. And that was a great play by Jensen. He was going off tackle, able to see that sideline was open, bumped it out, and moved around. That one didn't get tipped, as that one goes in 42-6. I think it's just from where we're sitting that they're looking a lot closer than they normally do.
That very well could be, but
at any case, 42-6. 42-6 will be the score. West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones up on the Galva Wildcats. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC. I have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Welcome back here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH on the Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. 42-6 your score. 3:28 remaining here in this third quarter. As now we'll get the confirmation whether or not they'll go with running clock after this kick. Should be after 30 points ahead in the second half.
Boot on that one. Wow.
And just another one as he picks it up at the 5, and we'll see what Carter's able to do this time. Not much as he's swallowed up, has a whole host of Cyclones all over him. He is not happy at all on that return. So they'll set up 1st and 10.
Kicker's very consistent in his kick placement. It seems to be around the 3 to 5 yard line every single time.
They'll pick it up at the 20-yard line. That's Jensen Laughlin. You know, started out mostly soccer before he moved here and decided, yeah, you know what, why not do football? The only problem is, you know, he's out there with normal cleats, and it makes it very hard to see. Last year, he had the great neon green shoes. Much easier to find him on the court, on the field. I swear, I say the court at least once. It's the great thing about doing 3 different sports at once on announcing days. He hands the ball off to the fullback, and he's got an entire mask. He's just got to keep on running. Flag, that'll be down for the face mask. Nice run.
Yeah, wow.
We'll see which player that was.
Almost looked like they pulled out the old flying V.
The flying V. Figure out whether or not it will be the face mask is what I saw personally. 42-6 your score. Face mask on the defense. Be a 5-yard face mask. First down.
That's not going to help him out at all. It's not going to do him any favors.
That's one thing, you know, Cyclones, what I haven't seen much is penalties. You know, we've seen a couple, But one thing that the Cyclones have had issues with in the past is, racking up penalties. However, in a kind of not close game like it is right now, 42-6, kind of makes sense that they'd slow down a little bit and be a little bit more sure. But in any case, 1st and 10, right about the 50. They'll give it to them right on the line. It's going to be the same play, just push up. Man, I think it's going to be very hard to stop that.
Yeah, I think the Cyclone defense is starting to wrap their mind around that one.
Refs will take their time. We'll see. Oh, looks like probably a cut there. They'll check that on the elbow. Yeah, you can see just a little bit of blood starting. Cameron O'Brien down there, the tight end. Just wipe it off, put some dirt on it, you'll be fine.
Exactly. Classic.
That is the worst thing is when you get somebody else's blood on you and you're just sitting there like, oh man, no matter how much I wipe off, that's still going to be there for a while.
Yeah, just a gross feeling.
2nd and around 6 on the setup for the Galva. The Wildcats.
The Galva.
The Ohio State, the Galva Wildcats.
Again.
Tried it again. They're going to keep on pushing. He gets wide out on the run. Right behind him. Tackled. What a run. That time by Jet Olson, the fullback.
Great play there. I mean, lifted the crowd spirits.
And a great tackle by Ben Wren to get over.
Ben Wren,
he
was booking it.
It is great to see Ben Wren out there getting tackles and everything like that. 2:10 remaining here, 42-6. And you didn't do basketball games, but during the basketball season last time, Ben Wren, you need a sharpshooter. Multiple three-pointers out there at big times of the game. Love to see him out. 1st and 10 again for the Wildcats.
Oh.
Switching up. They like to move into more of like a pro set.
Play. Nope.
This time they'll try to reverse it, but the ball goes down. Loss of a few yards on the play. Roll clock. 42-6 here.
Yep, 42-6.
Every time I have to say 2-2, it's always never really great. 1:23 remaining as Meyer comes in with the play for Galva.
Since you've said court one time, I think you're going to keep doing it.
Oh, gosh, don't bring it up.
I'm going to bring it up.
Oh, well. 42-6 as they switch up. That really could have some issues with that formation, and, man, they just keep on pushing. As everybody stood up, finally down on the ground, gets back out to the original line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard more. So a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, somewhere around there.
I mean, it's pretty much everybody but the quarterback pushing up the field, and then it's all 8 guys on the defensive side trying to push them back.
And you've seen Galva throw so many type of different passing plays and moving around and counters and kind of off tackle stuff that you don't want to start shooting in those linemen 100%. Linebackers, I mean, because you also have to have that contain on the far sides.
I mean, after these past 3 plays, I'm starting to think I'm watching rugby.
That excites you there, Mr. Scotty.
Looks like a scrum.
This is going to be a pass, and right there,
Ooh.
He'll fumble it.
Oh,
man, it is a foot race. It is a foot race down to about the 40-yard line. Keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. We'll see who it is. I do believe it's Owen Rigg.
21.
Xavier Hilton picks it up. We'll see, and they'll call it the Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown. Xavier Hilton able to push that through, pick up, and scoop and score from the 20-yard line, taking it all the way down into the end zone, 48-6.
That's a great play there, and even better, there were no flags. It always seems like you get a great play like that and then have to bring it way back down to the other side of the field.
And the first thing he probably thought, I'm in, coach, take me out, let me rest for a second, because that is a long way to run when you got people chasing you. 48-6, your score here at Galva High School. Laughlin with the kick. Up and good once again for Jensen Laughlin. 49-6. We'll take a timeout and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
49-6 your score. That will also be the end of the third quarter. So fourth quarter set up now here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Bladensville. Also brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens is located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April to October, Monday to Friday, 10 to 6 p.m., and Saturday 10 to 4 p.m. for all of your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Currently, they have pumpkins and other fall goodies available. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. Yep, I was sitting there reading that ad and I realized, man, tomorrow's October.
Yeah, that's wild to think about, huh?
We're going way over to every single town we've done for these games. Just seems like everything's going way too quick. Picks it up at the 5. Man, he's going to have some room to run if he can. But he's going to keep on pushing. Gets to the 25-yard line. And finally gets down. Carter on the run. Picks it up, 25-yard line here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Running clock once again, 49-6 your score, as the Cyclones come back onto the field for defense. Hilton back out there, just had the long touchdown, fumble recovery. About an 80-yard run.
Yeah, great play. I mean, I wouldn't be... I think I'd call it the play of the game, from what I've seen at least.
49-6 your score. Galva coming out of the huddle. At this point, you're just playing for pride, playing to have fun, get some new players in there, check out, see what will work. As what has been working normally has been that fullback dive up the middle by Jet. Only will get around 4 this time, but that's we'll give him only 3, but that's really all you need.
Yep, all you need. Maybe get a 4-yarder in there.
That just makes it so you don't have to do it on 4th down.
Exactly.
That's the best part.
Exactly. If you can get all the way up the field and score without getting a 4th down, you're doing pretty well for yourself.
It's kind of like saying, if you win the game, you did pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. If you win the game, you played pretty well.
49-6, 10:20 remaining. Once again, switching up that formation, man in motion. This time it's going to be a QB keeper. Meyer will get swallowed up in the backfield.
That back was looking for that option there. I saw him throw his hands up. Couldn't quite get it off, though.
Couldn't quite get to him. It looked like Carter hits on the tackle. Yes, he's going to take a quick break. 3rd and long. 9:50 remaining here in this game. 3rd and 7. Back into shotgun formation. We'll see if he moves his way up. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
As it's going to be a reverse. He's got a wide open lane. He's got 2 men to beat. Angled pursuit. Jesse Johnson on the tackle. That was a great job by Jesse Johnson to make sure that he was there because he is contained man. Saw the reverse coming around, able to get that ankle pursuit. Gets the first down, but stops the touchdown.
Yeah, that ankle pursuit, that is, can't stress it enough to when people get up the field running in the open.
It is a classic favorite around tackling drills. of everyone's, pretty much, as long as you're going around somebody slower than you.
Right.
That's why I always liked Oklahoma better.
Oh, Oklahoma's
Pick
a
up,
fun drill.
run over. That's all you need to do. Keep on moving around that formation like that, trying to keep the players off balance. This time you could see, I was just about to bring up, Carter was the motion man as they'll flip it around to him. He'll get the first down and down to the 41-yard line and in for another first down for the Wildcats.
Going to mark that one at the 39, it looks like.
Went the wrong way, 41.
Oh, excuse me.
Military.
Numbers shouldn't go forward and backward.
8:09 remaining, 49-6.
You know, I never used to do that, but it's been a while.
Going back underneath. Motion man is Carter once again. This time they're going to throw that screen. Did get it right there to tackle him up. Ew, he can't get it, but everybody else is. Gray will swing him around. Gets a gain of around, we'll call it 4, maybe 5. So, my time here for the. Let's see what they call that up for. Oh, it looks like we may have an injured player. We'll take a quick timeout then and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need and see a physician when they need it. We want them to be headed towards the road of recovery when they leave here. I feel like we have nurses that care so much. We're more than a team. It's a family, and we want what's best for the patient.
As we are up and moving once again for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Injured player was Carter Devaney, who pretty much has been main man everywhere.
Like grass.
He's going to sit down on the bench, talk to the trainer a little bit. Didn't look like it was too much of a process getting up and moving on his own, so we'll hope that everything is fine for him. Back underneath center is Meyer. 7:05 remaining. Hands the ball off on the fullback, and he's got a lot of running room. However, he's also got a lot of players on his back. He'll get in for the first down and a lot more. Just keep on pushing. You know, this is kind of what the Wildcats should have been doing at the beginning of this game.
Yeah.
Finally figured out that one thing that worked, but a little bit too late. Here, 49-6, your score.
I mean, if they would have started doing this before that puzzle game we were playing in the third quarter,
yeah,
I think it could have been
momentum
a
shift
totally
really would have
different
happened.
Ball game, yeah.
Back up. Well, going to be under center in about 2 seconds here.
Yeah.
6:20 remaining.
And there they go.
Ooh, should just play lottery. I know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to look to pass. He's got 2 men wide out for him. Can't get anything out. Great pressure. Do believe that was Hunt on the pressure. Clayton Hunt. And now so many basketball games that I want to just make sure I'm talking to Clayton or Andrew Hunt. And then I played football with Ethan, so I really just got to make sure I'm talking about the right player.
You're on the hunt for the right hunt.
Hey, there's that wit coming back. It's a little cold out here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little bit. Could be worse. Not too windy.
I think that's what every Midwesterner has ever said in their life. It could be worse. I've seen a lot worse. Oh, this is pretty good for this time. Time 5:27 remaining. 49-6. Motion man once again. They'll hand it off to Jet. He's got to keep on pushing, man. That is like a bull moose running through. Can't stop him no matter what. Jet Olson on the run. Underneath 5 minutes now. 3rd and short.
I mean, he's running until he can't move his legs anymore.
Just keep on handing it to him. See how long it'll go. And they do have that option out towards the right and the reverse to the left that has been working for them. Great plays by the Cyclones to stop that. You know, you trip somebody up one time on a reverse like that, they're gone.
Okay. And
underneath center. There we go. Only one man in motion now. We're going to switch it around. It'll be the same play as it's going to work great. Great run in close up to about the 4-yard line. You know, it's the same tune, different instrument as now first and goal with 4:15 remaining. 49-6 your score.
I think they very well might get in here.
Really?
However, that Cyclone defense.
Yep. 4 minutes now left in this fourth quarter. 49-6. Great game by the Cyclones.
I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep. Got up at 5:45.
These crazy college kids, when really we're just sitting there doing homework that late. Senior year is great, and so is a Tom Conklin State Farm for the Wildcats. Touchdown for 49-12. Now your score here for Galva's homecoming game. 49-12. 3:37 remaining. So they'll look to punch in the 2-point conversion.
You know, when you're down like this, I mean, getting that extra touchdown, I mean, you feel like you're kind of winning.
Yeah, it's something, you know.
Yeah.
You just didn't lie over and die. You just kept on pushing. And speaking of keep on, they're going to keep on going underneath for the snap. Man in motion probably be. That's that reverse, and that is a smooth move.
That was a very smooth reverse.
Flag on the play. 49-12 so far, maybe 14. We'll see what this flag is upon. Got to go fancy, you know, sometimes. You know, because if they wave this flag off, then ergo, they get 14.
The incessant use of the word ergo.
They'll move him back. I do believe holding will be the call. We'll see. Yes, indeed it is. They'll try it again. 49-12, your score currently.
I mean, I think that reverse could work again.
Literally, you know, that's the thing is it's such a smooth move.
Very
smooth.
smooth.
You don't go really hard. You don't really go fast. You just kind of let out that little blooper, set him running. 49-12, your score. This time they'll reverse it. Oh, they're going to hand it off inside. Keep on pushing. Come on, kid.
Get it. Yep.
In for the 2-point conversion. 49-14, your score. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And also brought to you by Ride and Farm Supply. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ride and Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service is their specialty. Give them a call at 309-772-3121. Getting set, kickoffs back onto formation.
I think last time we saw this kickoff team was at the beginning of the half.
You know, today was a great day. You know, when we got through, set up everything. You want to know the one thing I did forget? Plug in the computer.
Oh, the charger.
Yeah, that would have been. It's a great thing that we always keep these things as charged as we can. For little mistakes like this, that could have been really bad. To have our entire system shut down about at the end of this game. Kick off. It's going to be a little fake one. It's going to be tipped, however.
Oh,
what a block. Cam Kramer And they're going to keep it moving around. He's going to find the sideline. He's going to keep on pushing through. Has one man to beat.
Okay.
Somebody tackle him as it's finally down at the 25-yard line. Denver Mitchell ran probably 2 miles around, weaving
left, right, up, down, back, and around.
You know, I'm pretty sure he went into the 4th dimension and started walking on the ceiling there.
He might have been.
In any case, great field position for the Cyclones once again at the 25-yard line to start this. Will be their last drive. 3:08 remaining here.
1st and 10 coming up for the Cyclones.
1st and 10 for the Cyclones.
I heard if you get 88 yards per quarter. Never mind.
49-14. I don't know, man. I can't do math. What does 88 times 4 mean?
I kind of blanked out there. I don't know where I was going with that one.
Yeah, that'll happen. Hands the ball off. Gets up to around the line of scrimmage. I don't think he'll get much more.
Again, running on that 2 hours of sleep.
I seem to have lost my roster. Today's great, folks. Today's great. Going to be another win for the Cyclones. 49-14. 2:10 remaining. 2:10 remaining in this one. I'd like to thank everybody for watching here, sticking through it with the craziness that has been today. 49-14, most likely might be the final score. We'll see if they punch it in here at the end. I'd like to thank Wayne and Diego for helping us out here.
Always a pleasure to come out here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then Diego's here. He hands the ball off. Once again, not going to get much of anything. Maybe 3 or 4. Can't really tell exactly. Oh, nice gain right there. I was looking at the wrong line. They'll get around 4.
I mean, the cameraman may be a silent role, but it definitely is one of the most important.
It is the most important. That's why we make sure that Diego is here so nobody has to hear him. Yeah, I tell you, it's the Chicago accent.
He's giving us that dirty look. But he knows. He knows we're just messing around.
Hey, man, I don't discriminate, but if you've got earrings in, I don't let you on the mic. Back underneath center. Looks like Cam Kramer is in now at quarterback. Moving around. Aiden Akers in the halfback position. They'll hand it off to him. He's going to find the far outside, going to get towards the sideline. In for the first down, and down to about the 8-yard line. 30 seconds left. I do believe they'll probably take a knee here to end it. 49-14 Cyclones.
The last couple minutes went really quick.
That's what happens when you have a running clock.
Oh, yeah. That really gets the ball game moving.
That's why it's there.
That's why it's running.
They'll let him. They don't even need to set it up. That'll be the end of this one. 49-14. Cyclones get the win here at Galva. We'll take a quick break and be back here for the JoJo's Gaming Parlor postgame show here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Well, welcome back here for the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Step in for cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Cyclones on to victory. Cyclones take it here 49-14. We do apologize for not being able to have the full game as we got it as best we could, but I tell you, the second half was the half to watch from what I've seen.
Yeah, definitely.
Multiple plays by Ashton Barkley, Owen Rigg. Great run out there on the fumble recovery. Touchdown by Xavier Hilton. Denver Mitchell had some great passes. Of course, Jensen Laughlin running around everywhere. And Brigham Gray coming in at fullback, running people over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was driving his feet. He was getting 5 yards at minimum.
The steamroller, but a steamroller if it went fast. 49-14. That'll be it here at Galva for the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. Here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We thank you for watching.